Jackie, I miss having a boyfriend. Like literally every night. And then she's telling me, you'll be okay. So I cry at night and then I sleep. Like nalia di nalala.
I think nimekuwa nikileta people in my life so that I can know myself. Hi and welcome to this space where we reset
and refresh.
I'm your host. My name is Stacey Washinga and I'm with my co-host Dorcas. And we have our guest. I'll let her introduce herself.
I know this is a month of love, and today we are talking about heartbreaks and navigating singlehood. Being a month of love, tunajua watu wengi sana wamevunjwa roho. Unajua Valentine mood, watu wanachwa a day before, wengine after. So I believe this conversation is befitting for such a season. We believe you're going to learn a lot from us, and don't forget to comment down below maybe some of the lessons that you also feel are good for this particular season. Stacey?
Okay, the first thing that I want you guys to answer, have you guys ever been in love? Or is it just an illusion of being in love? Dorcas, do you think you've ever been in love?
Of course, I have been in love. It depends.
I don't think I have. I think I've been in an illusion. Easy, the shows that happens in the TV, the soap operas, those things. I think it's giving me like an illusion of what love is, and I'm still lying to myself that it's love, but it's just a partner that I'm having. I don't know. I can't define what love is because I've not been in love. Because you know, when you're being in love, even after heartbreaks, you feel the pain emotionally and mentally. But through my heartbreaks, it's just like a pass by.
So you don't feel anything?
I don't feel anything. No, I don't feel. I wouldn't go back to you. I don't feel anything. I don't feel any impact. And I don't feel like you're important in my life.
But have you guys ever shared with your parents about your love life?
Nah.
Kwanza being Gen Zs, unajua kumekuwa na problem sana between the parents and the Gen Zs. Most of them are saying they don't really understand their children. This part of love, have you ever shared with your parents? Are you, Stacey?
I think for me, when I was young, I wouldn't. But right now, I'm getting to adapt by telling my mother, I'm in love with this. Okay, I'm not in love. I'm in a relationship with this person. Yeah.
Wow, quite interesting. I think for me, my mom has always been a darling when it comes to love. Where that's one part, I know she's kind of strict, but that's one part I fail to understand mbona anakuanga msofty. Because from way back, like I'd tell her, I have a boyfriend. Sometimes my boyfriend would come home.
Wow.
That was before I joined uni. When I grow up. When you grow up. Yeah. Yeah. And even when I joined uni and then I had a boyfriend, like my mom knew. Like right now, unaweza mpigia simu mwambie, "Mom, you remember that ex of mine? Mgani huyo anaitwa fulani." Imagine he called me today and he said this and this. So I think for me, it's so easy for me to tell my mom. When I'm single, she'll know and I'll tell her. Yeah, but that does not mean that she gets to make decisions for me when it comes to maybe someone that I want to be with. But she's kind of easy when it comes to love. And it makes it very easy for me to tell her anything I'm going through matters love, and then she gives advice where necessary. Yeah, quite something.
That's nice.
I'm
I could actually relate to that because I'm a firstborn. And I think it's because the way our parents have raised me, or even you, is different from our siblings. Then they're catered for, they're wanabembelezwa pole pole, usifanye hivyo. Us, it wasn't like that. It was being beaten. Like, you shouldn't sit with a boy. You shouldn't you shouldn't have a friend who's a boy. But for them, having a friend who's a boy, they come for sleepovers, is just something casual and normal. Yeah. So the other thing that I wanted to ask, and we have a discussion about, is have you guys ever dealt with breakups? How do you deal with them? How do you deal with your breakups?
Okay, so I think for me, first of all, I've gone through a breakup before. Not even a breakup. Ilikuwa heartbreak
Yako ni
kwanza.
heartbreak.
Kwanza ilikuwa heartbreak. Juu, kuna some breakups na they don't hurt you. Maybe you are with people, anza kwa friends or family member, and you just decided to fall out, and it doesn't hurt you because you're like, oh, they were quite something that was not good for you. But now when you talk about heartbreak, in line with romantic relationships, it's something that I have gone through when I was quite young. I'm still young. I don't know why we are talking. It's like we are.
No, it's
way
because right now we are a bit
You are
older.
young.
We were younger than you are.
Yeah, and I remember my first heartbreak. Oh my God, I was in uni, second year, first semester,
Wow.
and I felt really bad. Yes, first semester uni. And I felt really bad. I cried. That time I didn't even tell my mom, but I just remember I used to cry in my crib. And I'm just crying. And you always think that things will work out, because when you like meet the first person and then you're in love with them and then you're in this relationship with this person, man, you always think that the ones who are going to be your husband. Nyinyi mjai fikiria hivyo?
I want to have a boy, I want to have a girl.
Where are we going to stay, by the way? You know, those are some of the questions that you ask yourself. So when it happened, I think I wasn't ready. It was kind of new, but I have gone through a heartbreak. It was sad. It was because I'm such a lover girl. So
Same, I can relate to that. For me, I think heartbreak, it's just, for me, the way I've dealt with heartbreak is different. I just party.
Oh.
Okay.
I just party. But at some point, you rebound, which I think it's very toxic, which comes to this topic that, like, do you think it's healthy to rebound after a relationship, after a breakup? For me, I think it's very healthy. Okay, it's not healthy, but to my mental health, I think it's healthy because I'm lying to myself that I don't have to rely to that person. I don't have to go back to that person. It's not the only person. I have another person.
Okay. But I think it's different to different people, because there are people that after heartbreak, they want to walk maybe a journey of singlehood with intentionality. They don't want to like repeat the same cycles, especially if you have dated, like let's say you've dated a man who is this way and that way. You know, if you do not deal with hiyo kitu imefanya ika lead to the heartbreak, you realize you're going to meet another person, a different name, but it's just the same person. Like, it's just the same person, because there is something in you that is attracting such kind of people in your life. Maggie, what do you think about that? Sana.
Now the way you've said about knowing the problem of that relationship that your heart to break. Now the other thing is that why did your relationship end? Why did your relationship end?
It's not a personal question.
Yes.
Swali ni ngumu.
I think it depends tu na mtu mwenyewe. Just the way she said, relocation and stuff, maybe you didn't agree on some values and you decided to acha tuachane. Kuna mwingine they're like, no, I don't really think we connect as much as we used to. Ama you have just turned out to be someone I didn't know or someone I didn't fall in love with the first time when I met you. So I think maybe, yeah, so it has like different factors, different people. Or maybe I think you just need to work on your attachment style. That way, yeah. Because for me, like, recovering from anxious. Oh my God. Those people that are so clingy, you are so in love, you don't want to let things go. Now I was that kind of someone. And you send someone a text, and then you see like they have blue ticked you and they're not saying anything. Oh my God. You always think you are the problem.
Yeah.
And you can't even imagine, like, maybe they're busy, they're doing something. But now those are things that I have learned over time that now are helping me to get into the secure attachment style. So I think you need to work on your attachment style. It really can help you to be a good communicator and to also keep relationships. Because again, if you are an avoidant, mtu anaweza dhani mimi ni rafiki ya Magina siku hizi hanipigiangi, alini cut off literally.
Actually,
so I get you. And I think speaking about that, because in this episode, we're not just talking about the heartbreaks, but we are also talking about navigating singlehood. Because after heartbreak, we get to a point where now we sit by ourselves. Those of us that are not fans of maybe taking other people and taking advantage of them or fill the void that has been left in us. And maybe I'll just give a personal experience, because for me, I have been single for 2 years and some months. Maggie, Bwana Sifiwe.
Amen.
Oh my God. So I was talking about singlehood for me, because I think it got to a point where I had to ask myself the hard questions. Because I'm someone who was very scared of being alone. I always wanted to be around people. And that would make me to, and because I stay alone, sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, maybe I need to call Stacy. She has to come over to my place for maybe a sleepover weekend and stuff. Acha akuje tupike, tukule, tufanye nini. But now when Stacy comes, I realize when she's leaving, I want to cry. Oh. Where are you leaving? Just stay with me. But that changed. So now the singlehood has helped me to be able to realize that. The way you're saying, you're in a space where you want to know more about yourself and give yourself the love that you also want to get from the other person. That is a place that I have been for quite some time. And it doesn't mean that people have not been there, that maybe are asking me out for relationships and stuff. But I think for me, it has been a journey of intentionality, where you're like, oh my God, yeah, I really need to be here. I really need to feel this pain until I do not feel it anymore. But during the first seasons, the first months of being single, I used to be a crybaby. I used to call my friend Gladys, Njoki, I know you've done a lot for me, but nimelia sana. Njoki, I miss having a boyfriend. Oh. Like literally every night. And then she's telling me, you'll be okay. So I cry at night and then I sleep. Like nalia di nalala. Nikiamka the next morning. For me, now I used to wake up the next morning and I'm just like, nilikuwa nalia nini by the way? You're reminding yourself the reason why you started that journey. And also I think having accountability partners, it's very important that I'm walking this journey with Maggie. So if I wanna do something, Maggie will remind me, where bro, usisahau why you started the journey. Yeah, so I think for me, singlehood has been quite a great thing. And one of the lessons I have learned is you have to spend more time with yourself. It really, really helps you to be more self-aware and to even be better with your relationships, hata na watu wengine pia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally get you.
Yeah.
And the intimacy you're talking about that you get from friends is also something I'm getting from my friends right now. And it's making me to be so full. Like my cup is so full to an extent that I can go a month without thinking that I need a man in my life. Or maybe I want to have a partner or something like that. Because maybe that time when you're feeling you're low, you can call a friend.
Yes.
On your birthdays, your friends are showing up. Some of them are getting you very great gifts.
Yeah.
So you see, maybe you're like, oh, no, why do I need a man? Yeah.
And
Those are the
sometimes,
questions.
yeah.
Mi naweza sema kwa singlehood, I'm in this journey ya knowing to kujijua. Niko hii path
Getting
ya
to know
kujijua,
yourself.
kujijua better. Because I think nimekuwa nikileta people in my life so that I can know myself. Like, you know, the way Dorcas, you tell me I'm so caring, I'm so loving, nini nini. Now I used to know myself with that version of you telling me. And I think kwa hiyo singlehood, it's a nice thing. And it's a really good journey that I'm really enjoying for a moment, in which I think it's helping me to reconnect with God at the same time, because I used to be like, nika kwa shida, hey babe, sidi nini. I couldn't go to God.
Rely on the other person.
Nilikuwa na rely with that person, that if anything happens to me, if I'm having a mental breakdown, it's that person.
Yeah, unamwambia.
And in the friendship, I think I pour so much love and care that I don't get enough from most of my friends. And that's because I'm a firstborn, so I'm used to be giving my siblings love, care, my family, like everything that I'm able to. And it's so painful that you can't get it back from a partner or your friends.
I think, why do I relate?
Because you are a
Nobody's
firstborn.
a firstborn, so I'm a lastborn.
Yeah, because you're
Get
a
it?
firstborn.
And it's so sad.
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
Yeah, like I'm that person that ukana shida, acha nitoke hii meeting.
You want to show up for people.
I'll be there. But for me, because you see, like recently when I lost my father, I have like 300 contacts here, and I had no one coming to my dad's burial. I had to be strong for my family, not even for myself.
For your
Yeah, because of the
and
love
your
that I give them.
sisters.
Yeah, because of the love that I have for them, I had to stand up for them. You know, so for that singlehood, I think it has helped me a lot. That I'm getting to understand that I'm such a darling, and I give so much that I need to limit to the people I need to give my love to.
Do you know why
Yes,
that
and
happens,
taking
by the
care
way?
of them.
I know.
Is you attract such people. Whatever you've
True.
gone through in life attracts
Yeah.
such people, because you can meet someone, the way you speak to them, they're like, oh, Maggie's gonna take good care of me, and now you realize hao ndo wanakuja. Hao ndo wanakuja. Because you are always in charge. Now everywhere you go, you're always in charge. It only takes like a man who is wise enough and self-aware to know that this girl has been raised in such kind of an environment. Now I need to tell her, man, calm down, you're just a woman.
I was thinking, is there any time or a right time to go back and start dating after a breakup? Is there like a schedule after a month or after you have healed your last relationship?
Not really.
Or
I think
anyone?
it depends with where you are as an individual, and it's different to different people. Because I think, again, when you have gone through like a journey of singlehood, especially if it has taken time, like the way mine has taken time,
Same.
singlehood na intentionality, it gets to a point where you feel like ata utaki even to be in a relationship. There was a time,
nimechoka.
yeah, a friend came to my place. We were having a sleepover, and I think she had issues with the guy. And then at night I woke up, nikamwona bado ako kwa simu, nikamza, what's up? They're like, I'm having issues with. So, you know, at the back of my mind, I was like,
Shida mapenzi? No.
I was like, thank you, Lord. I don't get to experience such problems anymore. So it's really an issue when you take a longer time again in singlehood, because now you don't see the essence of the other person, and now you start unapata hiyo intimacy kwa your friends. You wanna go for a movie night? Okay, si tuende. Tukuje kwa nani leo? Let's come cook it. Unapata weekend imeisha, another week is here. Unaendelea kusonga na life. So now it also becomes a challenge. But whatever you just asked, I don't really think there is an exact time. Inadepend na mtu. Mimi mwenyewe nijiambie sasa, I have been single for some time. Now I am open to meeting maybe a man and getting to know them. But again, it is going to be so hard for you to also just settle for anything or just to settle with anyone, because now you're self-aware, you know your triggers, you know, you can be able to pinpoint the narcissistic bits like in someone. Unaweza tu enda date na mtu ka hivi. Vile ataongea na wewe. Vile tu utaka hivi chini, vile ataongea na wewe, Maggie will be like, no, this guy is very controlling. Yeah. You will be able to know something that singejua that time when I had not like sikukuwa intentional about my singlehood. But saizi now it's so different. Unaweza kutana na watu wengi sana, but you realize there are things you cannot compromise. There are things about yourself, there are values you cannot compromise, and you're like, you realize this person has them. Why are you able to pinpoint that? Because you've gotten to a point where you are more self-aware that unarudi tu hivi home unaniambia, Maggie, that guy Z. Hey, hapana. Yeah. So I think when you get to a point where you are now open to date, ainanga manual. Ukikuwa tu sawa, you meet someone that you align, maybe your values align, and some of the things that you highly esteem in your life, you can go on and give it a shot. Yeah.
The fact that the old generation, they don't understand that someone can stay single without having a partner in their life. Like they die like that.
But sometimes ni kukosa.
And then sometimes ni kukosa. They be like, huo mtu amelaaniwa. Like, huyo maybe amelaaniwa. And which is very sad.
It's so sad. It's so sad. It's just like right now, the people you can tell that you've not been dating like maybe for the past whatever years, they'll tell you, stop lying. Why are you lying to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Nambi.
I don't know why. Sijui watu tumia manual gani ku tell when someone is in a relationship or not. But I think something else very important we need to touch on even as we finish this episode. We've had cases where young people, the Gen Zs, committing suicide because of relationships. Someone is telling you, man, Mr. Kill stories zako. Kesho unasikia mtu amewana. How can they be able to maybe also navigate? Because I think all of us, deal na issues very differently. Not everyone has supportive friends that would show up for them, especially when they have lost a partner, or maybe they just lost a relationship that they valued so much. So maybe what would you tell a young person that has been heartbroken, maybe 2 days ago, a month ago, and they're really struggling? Some of them are in their house. Maybe they're probably going to watch these when they're in the house, just writing a suicide note. Maybe what is that one thing you can tell that person? Ndio aseme, nilisikia Magia alisema, nikamua tu kuamka kuendelea na safari.
Me, I cried recently. It was a situationship.
Oh.
You know,
What hurts than a real
that hurts more than a relationship. And it was so painful, like the way he behaved, the way he acted. Let me just give out like a short story.
Can I laugh at?
Let me just give out a short story.
Yes.
So this person was in a situationship during dad's period, grieving and everything, and we've been talking. And I knew like if this person was there during my hard time, I'm sure bet that this person will be there in my life, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what, and I was telling myself maybe he's the one who's going to fill the void of the person that I've lost. That's my dad. And he was kind of reciprocating the love that my father had been giving me all my life. And my friend decided to call because they don't like him. And because he's a person who is on and off and hurting person. Like he's a hurting person and he's the only child. So he's the one who blames everything to the other person. And he acted like he doesn't even recognize me in his life. And I was so shocked. You don't recognize me. We're with you. We go out and everything. And you don't recognize me. I recognize you. Like,
As
I'm
what?
recognize you as my future person.
I feel like cutting you short a little bit. You said this was a situationship.
Yes, it was a situationship, but you know, a situationship is like the process of you guys going to a relationship.
No,
It's not.
it's not.
For me, it's that.
Oh wow, then you should
It's
have
not.
told him that.
Then you should have
But
told
even
him that.
he said he wants us to have a relationship.
What kind of a relationship?
He wanted a serious relationship.
There's something that Stacy said. The first time the guy came, he behaved like he was the father, another version of your
Yes,
father.
and I feel that hurt me because I thought he's going to fill the void.
No.
I didn't see him as my partner. I saw him like,
No one can replace your dad.
Yeah.
No one. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I think there is just something with narcissists. They love behaving like they're so in love at first, at first, and then later they change. That's why time reveals a lot of things to people.
Yeah.
And a lot of self-awareness will help you to, it will really help you to be able to pinpoint this one is a narcissist. Vile tu ata behave, the way they'll be talking, kind of controlling from far, but you'll be able to know when you're self-aware. I'm so sorry about that.
I know, darling, thank So I'm
That we
asking,
want,
before you guys get into a serious relationship, what is that?
what's
The process of getting to know one another.
We are not. So as we finish, tafadhali, we said these over and over again. Let's just give our final points to the viewers so that tumalize.
I have so much high expectations into the person that I am, like the partner. Like, I want you to love me and I love you back with all my heart. To answer scratch, me, but there I don't have a problem with starting from scratch and building ourselves. And I think you're imeni haribu because I'm that person. I'll keep my friends away because of this man. I want to concentrate on us because maybe us is a future, you know, get. And the other lesson is that love yourself more than the other person. There's always a red flag. But you unajidanganyanga by the way, unajidanganyanga hakunanga red flag. Ushaona mtu ni toxic from the start, but you're just lying to yourself, maybe ata change. But you know, ata change. So remember that mtu utabaki na ye forever. People come, people go. Naye ataenda tu. You should consider yourself first.
Okay. Maggie? Yeah. Asante. And for me, my parting shot is people are not yours to own. Experience them and let them go. Kama season yake imeisha, let them go. You're going to experience other people because history ya kuambia watu we are going to be together forever. Forever is not a marker of success. It is really, really not a marker of success.
And
so if
people leave eventually.
Yeah, people leave eventually. So people leave eventually. So people are not yours to own. If we happen to be in a relationship and it ends, kubali, move on. You're gonna meet other people ambao wana align with your current version, and the cycle continues. Yeah. So to that point, we are so grateful na tumemaliza episode yetu ya leo. We believe ya kwamba you have learned a lot of things from us, and also feel free to comment down below, maybe just some of the lessons you have learned in your singlehood or what heartbreak has taught you as an individual. And to that point, kwaheri. Bye. Yeah.